I'll just give my intro to everyone online. Thank you for being here. My name is McKensie with NOLA Tribe Yoga. We're in the AOS showroom. And I'm going to lead you through an all levels 60-minute yoga class. And I hope you enjoy it. There's a Spotify playlist that should be in the comments. So if you want to play that on a separate device to be able to flow with music to class, I encourage you to do that. Cool. We'll get started here today in a Supta Baddha Konasana. So coming to lie on our backs, soles of the feet come together, one hand to your heart, the other hand to your belly. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, release down into the mat. On our next inhale, we're going to breathe in through the nose, fill all the way up, seal the lips. Exhale through the nose, finding your Ujjayi breath, your ocean wave-like breath. With each exhale, finding yourself focusing on creating space, focusing on releasing something that doesn't serve you for the next hour of your life. Go ahead and extend your arms up and over your head, your fingers spread wide, all 10 fingers spread. And then go ahead and give a big sweep around to grab opposite shoulders with opposite hands. So you're crossing at the elbows, just giving yourself a nice hug here. Your elbows are reaching up towards the sky. On your next inhale, arms release up above once again. On your exhale, your opposite arm crosses underneath. We're going to be working a lot with our eagle arms today. So really opening up across the back, engaging the pectorals. And even though we're crossing across the heart, we're still going to try to stay open and conscious, not crunching too much into the front body. Arms reach up overhead one more time. Sweep them down and around by your sides to the outsides of your knees, and then close your legs like a book. Bring your shins parallel with the ground, and then press your hands into your shins. Maybe you raise your upper back off of the mat. We're starting with a little core work here. So your shins are pressing back into your hands as your hands are pressing into your legs, just firing up that lower belly. Your lower back presses into the ground for 3. For 2, stay with your breath. For 1, draw your right knee into your chest, your left leg extends long. Start to flex and bend through those right toes, opening up through that right hamstring and that right hip. Big breath in. Exhale, find an easy twist, taking your right knee over to the left side of your mat. Right palm is facing up, your gaze comes to your right palm. Trying to pin that right shoulder down onto the mat. Find a breath in. Exhale, maybe you push your left hand on top of your right knee, increase the twist through that right hip. Some more. One more breath in. Exhale to twist. Coming back through center, pulling your right knee back into your right armpit for one more breath. Exhale, both of your knees come to perpendicular with the mat. Once again, let's fire up our core. Pressing your hands into your thighs. Your thighs press back into your hands. Your toes are flexed back towards your face. Maybe your upper back is off of the mat and your lower back is pushing down into your mat. The belly button is drawing towards the ground. One more breath in. Exhale, left knee to left armpit, right leg extends long on the mat. Play around with flexing and pointing the left toes, opening up through that left hamstring. Breath in. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into your stretch. And then take your left knee over to the right side of your mat. Your gaze comes to the left, palm facing up. Pin your left shoulder down onto the mat. Your right hand helping to guide that left hip a little deeper in the stretch. Breath in. Exhale, twist deeper. Maybe you find a little crackle and pop through the back. Enjoy as your body gets settled into a new position. Drawing that left knee back into the left armpit. And then both knees into your chest. Let's rock and roll the length of our spine. Starting to find that lubrication through the back, massaging out your spine on the mat. 2 more rocks. We're going to find ourselves in a boat pose here. So shins are parallel with the earth. Lower core is engaged. Shoulders roll up and back. So you're pushing up through your back lungs. You can either flex or point those toes and just focus on staying here and breathing. Palms can always come behind your legs for some more support. Otherwise, they can come down by the mat if that feels good. You'll find it engages your core in a little different way, each area that you kind of move those hands. Breath in, exhale to stay. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Let's find bicycle twist. Hands come behind the head, lower halfway down your mat. Left knee to right elbow, find your twist. Right elbow, left knee. And switch. And switch nice and slow, making that elbow to knee connection. Raising your upper back off of the mat to make connection with your knee. Let's go for 6 more. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend into a low boat. Hands come down by your hips. Point those toes. Upper back is off the ground, engaging your core for 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Once again, let's rock and roll. We'll cross at the ankles this time, finding ourselves in a tabletop pose. In our tabletop, our shoulders are over our wrists. Our hips are over our knees. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet into the mat and just connect with the earth for a moment here. I think we can still say we're connecting with the earth, even though we're 17 floors up, right? It still counts. We can draw that energy all the way up. Find a cat-cow sequence here. We'll start with the stargazing cow. Your gaze rises, your belly drops, sits bones spread. Exhale, press the mat away. Draw your gaze towards your navel and curl the spine. Inhale for cow. Extend. Exhale for cat as you curl in. 2 more times here. Inhale for cow. Exhale through the nose for cat. 1 more, your breath, your movement. Take it as slow, as juicy, as quick as you want it. All right, after that last cat pose, let's find a neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes, hover those knees 2 inches off of the mat.
Sorry.
Whoa.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
My watch is talking back to me. All right, staying here in this crouching pose. Engage the core. You'll feel those quads start to fire on as well. Spread through all 10 fingers, actively pressing the mat away so you engage your upper back. Breath in. On your exhale, just step back into a plank pose. So again, we're still working with firing this heat. So press energy back through your heels, engage your core, pull your quadriceps away from your kneecaps. Breath in. Find that crouching pose once in it. Again, draw your knees in. Hovering those knees 2 inches off of the ground. Let's go through this 2 more times. Extend into plank pose. If you need to drop to your knees at any point, that's fine. You just get back into it when you're ready. Draw your knees in. Crouching plank. 1 more time, reach out for that high plank. And then find a downward facing dog. Good work, everyone. Drawing your heels down towards the earth, pedal through your feet. Pressing into all 10 finger pads once again. Nice long spine here. Breath in. Exhale, sink your hips down. 2 more breaths. Align your intention with your breath here on your mat. 1 more breath. Exhale, sink down. Go ahead and step those feet inch by inch all the way to the top of your mat. Ragdoll pose, grab opposite elbows with opposite hands. Find a sway here. The crown of the head is reaching down towards the earth. Pressing equally through all 4 corners of those feet. Maybe you're shifting to the insides and outsides, the balls and heels of the feet. Just recognize the contact that you're making with the ground. Release your hands down. Plant your left hand onto the mat. Find a slight bend in that left knee. Peel your right hand up to the sky. So as deep of a bend as you need in that left knee, trying to keep our hips squared down to the ground. Gaze is upward. One more breath in. Exhale, switch out your hands. Right hand replaces the left. Bend into the right knee. Peel your left arm open. The more you press into your right hand, the more you can reach up to the sky and find that spinal twist. One more breath in. Exhale, plant your hand. Slowly roll up each vertebrae, keeping the curvature in the top of the spine. Crown of the head is the last thing to rise. All right, inhale your arms up to the sky, grabbing your energy, hands meet at the top. Release your pointer fingers. We'll find our love guns here, reach up high. Exhale up and over to the right. Good. Big breath in, stay open across the heart. On your next inhale, rise up. Exhale, opposite direction. Good. One more breath in as you rise. Part the hands, find a baby back bend here. Chest reaches forward. Maybe your gaze is up and back. Exhale slowly, hands to heart center. We'll start to move through our sun salutation series. Start to build that heat, that fire, that energy in our bodies. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold at the hips. Let it go. Right leg reaches long, low lunge, gazes forward, long spine. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips go up and high. Inhale, roll forward into your high plank. Exhale, drop to your knees, lower chest, chin to the mat. Inhale for a baby cobra. Hands planted on the outside of your chest. Peel your upper chest off the mat. Exhale, tuck your toes, come through bent knees, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step it between your hands. Inhale, left leg meets right, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale to forward fold. Power through your feet, root to rise, arms sweep up high. Exhale, hinge at the hips, engage the core, forward fold. Left leg reaches long, low lunge, gazes forward. Exhale, down dog, hips high. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Lower through your knees once again. Drop your chest to the ground, elbows hug in by your sides. Inhale for a baby or maybe a full cobra this time, extending your arms. Exhale, downward facing dog through bent knees. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between your hands. Inhale, right leg meets left, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, arms sweep up to the sky. This is our second round, forward fold release. Right leg reaches long, low lunge. Left leg meets it, high plank, exhale. Inhale, roll forward, sticking how we did it before. Otherwise, you can find your chaturanga here, lowering halfway down, elbows squeeze them by your sides. Inhale for upward facing dog, chest pulls, heart pulls through the chest. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog, hips go high. Right leg reaches high on an inhale. Exhale, step it between your hands. Left leg meets right, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg reaches long, gazes forward, long spine. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips go high. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Lower through that chaturanga. Elbows squeeze in. Inhale as you find your upward facing dog. Exhale, hips high, down dog. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step it between your hands. Right leg meets left, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, arms sweep up high. Third round goes a little bit differently. Forward fold, let it go. Right leg reaches long. Left leg meets it in a high plank. Engage your core. Lower halfway down through your chaturanga. Inhale for your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pausing in your down dog. Find a big breath in. Exhale, find stillness as you sink your heels down towards the mat. On your next inhale, come up on your toes, bend your knees, step or hop your way to the top of the mat. Inhale as you halfway lift, long spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, last round, forward fold. Left leg reaches long. Right leg meets it in a high plank. Lower strong like a board through your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pause here in your down dog. Realign yourself with your breath. Find stillness on your exhale. On your next inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees, gazes forward, step or hop your way to the top. Inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale for chair pose. Woo! Good. Got some regulars here today. Sink those hips down nice and low. So Caroline, you missed the beginning of class. We're finding a lot of eagle pose here today, so get ready for that. We're going to rise into our right knee, crossing your right knee over the left. Maybe you find this double wrap. Sweep your right arm under the left. Eagle pose early here in class. We're staying nice and long, like our back is up against a wall, sinking your hip down a little bit lower. Breath in. Exhale to rise. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Woo! All right, we're finding the opposite side eagle. Left leg comes up and over the right. Left arm comes under the right. Sink down nice and low, elbows rise up to meet your shoulders. Rising up that upper spine, keeping it long. One more breath in. Exhale to rise. Good work. Inhale your arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, plant your hands. Step or hop your way to the back of the mat. Roll through your vinyasa. Meeting me in a downward facing dog when you're ready, and finding 2 full breaths here in your down dog. Good. Pressing into the L shape of your fingers, your index finger and your thumb presses definitively down into the mat. Starting our first round of flow here, right leg reaches high for a 3-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips. So as you bend your knee to stack your hips, be sure to keep this right shoulder reaching down towards the ground. So you'll find kind of a spinal twist here. The more you lift that knee up, the more you press down into the right hand. Square the hips, 3-legged dog, right leg reaches high. Knee to nose, hold for a breath. Step it between your hands. So low runner's lunge, and then drop your left knee and tuck your left toes. We'll find our crescent lunge here. To start, bringing your hands to that front knee. Arms come out to shoulder width. Right arm comes under, left arm on top. Eagle arms, you can always just grab opposite shoulders with opposite hands. Otherwise, finding the bind with the hands connected, elbows reach up and back, maybe find a back bend here. So your hips are shifting forward, your spine is reaching long, your elbows are reaching up, and then you can find a slight back bend. Breath in, breath out, release that bind. Left hand plants down, find the easy lunge twist here. So rise your left knee off of the ground, right arm is reaching up high. Breath in, breath out. Modified side plank. Come onto the razor edge of that back foot and planting your right foot down onto the ground. Maybe you're on the razor edge of that right foot as well, lifting up through the hips. Right arm can either reach up high or it can reach up and over, so it kind of helps you bow out through the hips here. Lifting up through that left side oblique, breath in. Exhale, right hand comes down. Step that right foot back. Find your way through a vinyasa if you'd like. Otherwise, always feeling free to skip the vinyasas and meet us in a down dog. Left side, left leg reaches high for a three-legged dog. To start, our pinky toe is dialed down towards the earth. Punch energy through your heel. Bend your knees, stack your hips. As that left knee reaches higher, your left hand presses down more into the mat to find the twist through the spine. Finding a counterbalance through both points of your body. Inhale, three-legged dog, square the hips. Exhale, knee to nose, hold for a breath, and then plant your left foot between your hands. Starting with a low runner's lunge, your gaze is forward. Drop your right knee, untuck your right toes, low crescent lunge. Hands come to your left knee, shifting forward in the hips, releasing your arms out to shoulder height, left arm under, right arm on top. Elbows come up, maybe even past your chin. Your fingertips are reaching high and back as your hips shift forward. Finding this bind with the eagle arms, the stretch through the lower body. Breath in. Exhale. One more breath. Slowly release those hands. Right arm plants down. Tuck your right toes. Right knee rises, spiral that left arm up. Twisted runner's lunge. Pressing through the ball bound of your right foot. Good. And then modified supported side plank. Roll onto the razor edge of the right foot, maybe onto the left as well. You're lifting up through your right side body. Gaze towards your top hand, pushing actively out of the right hand. Maybe that left arm reaches up and over towards the front of the mat. Breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left leg back. Find your way through your vinyasa and meet in a downward facing dog. Good. Pedal out through the feet. Find 2 breaths here in your down dog. Maybe even sigh out through the mouth. Let something go. All right, right leg reaches high for a 3-legged dog. Right knee, right elbow shift forward. Inhale, take it high, 3-legged dog. Step it between your hands. Finding a warrior 1, so spiral your back foot down towards the ground. Toes are about 45 degrees forward. Inhale your arms up. Pinky fingers spiral towards one another. Sink deep in that front knee. Your outer right hip is pulling back as your left hip is trying to square to the front of the mat. And then sink a little bit deeper. Breath in. Breath out. Find strength and power here in your warrior 1. All right, pop up on that front heel, finding our eagle arms. Left arm comes under. Always, again, feeling the ability to just grab opposite shoulders. And then finding our devotional warrior. Our shoulders release to the inside of that right knee. Maybe even using your right shoulder on your right knee to open up. But as you're doing that, make sure to tuck in your right hip. Engage your left glute. Stay strong through your legs. Breath in. Breath out. We rise up into a warrior 2. Our left arm spirals up and over. Might need to readjust those feet a little bit. Deep bend in that front knee, working for a 90-degree angle. Again, engaging that left glute this entire time. Breath in. Exhale as you sink deeper, gaze over your front middle finger. Peaceful warrior, tick-tock forward, flip that front palm, feeling this extension through the right side body. Extended side angle, left elbow to left inner thigh, or right elbow to right inner thigh, excuse me, left arm reaches up and over. Using your elbow to your thigh as a lever to spiral your chest open towards the ceiling. Breath in. Let's find a peaceful warrior once again, and an extended side angle once again. Find the beauty in that motion. Peaceful warrior up and back. Windmill your hands down towards the ground. Finding a modified side plank. So left hand plants, right arm rises. This time, if you'd like to find a full side plank, right foot comes on top of the left. Hips rise. You can always stagger your feet. Inhale. Exhale to reach higher. One more breath. Plant your top hand. Find your way through your vinyasa. Beautiful flowing team. All right, one round of breath in your down dog. Left leg reaches high for a three-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow, shift forward. Inhale, take it high. Exhale, step it between your hands, finding your warrior one. Spiral your right heel down towards the ground. Inhale with power, your arms up to the sky. Sink those hips forward. Outer left hip pulls back. Right hip is shifting forward. Engage that right glute by powering into your right heel. Breath in. Exhale to stay. Engage the core. Pop up onto your front heel. Arms come wide. Right arm under, left arm on top. Elbows raise. Devotional warrior. Chest releases on the inside of your left knee. Tucking your left hip in. Maybe you use your left shoulder to push your left knee outward. Breath in. Power through your right heel. Engage your right glute. Breath in. Warrior two, right arm spirals up and back. Finding your heel to arch alignment in your feet. Deep bend in that front knee. Gaze over your front finger. Feeling this energy pulling through both sets of hands. Connecting with your Ujjayi breath here. Through the nose, out the nose. Peaceful warrior, tick-tock forward. Take it up and back. Extended side angle. Left elbow to left inner thigh. Right arm reaches up and over. Pressing into your left thigh to open up across the chest. Rotating your left lungs up towards the ceiling. Breath in. Breath out. Peaceful warrior, up and back. Big sweep of the arms. Extended side angle once again. Really use that right glute to help support the front side of your body. So flex that right glute, just right as we speak. Breath in. Peaceful warrior once again. Windmill your hands down towards the ground. Finding your modified side plank. Come onto the razor edge of that right foot and left foot. Left arm spirals up. Maybe your right or your left foot comes on top of the right. Inhale as your hips rise. Maybe you gaze towards your top hand. Breath in. Exhale, top hand reaches down. Find your way through your vinyasa. Finding a downward facing dog. Let's find 2 rounds of breath this time in our down dog. Great. All right, left leg reaches high, 3-legged dog. And then put that back down. I always say that the 3rd round, right leg reaches high. All right, y'all, this round's gonna get us. So I started it off on a good foot. Let's walk our hands back towards that standing left foot. Finding a standing split, right leg up in the air at the back of the mat. For our standing split, I want the outside of your right hip to be shifting down towards the ground. So I don't want an open hip. I want our hips to be square. Maybe you bring your hands around that left ankle. Find a balancing pose here as you reach that heel up higher. Wherever you are is beautiful. And then bend into the left knee. We're slowly rising up for a one-legged Tadasana, right leg raised. Finding our eagle pose at the back of our mat. Right knee over the top of the left. Woo. Arms come out wide. Left arm under, right arm on top. Cross at the shoulders or the hands. Sink your hips down nice and low. Elbows rise. Find your breath. Personally, I feel like eagle pose is one of those poses that takes up all of the breath in your body. So stay with it. We're in this together. Breath in. All right, y'all, standing splits. One more time. Right leg reaches high. Hands reach down to the mat. Walk your hands out in front of you. Three-legged dog once again. Left knee to right, or right knee to left elbow. Inhale, take it high. Knee to nose, step it between your hands. Rise up for a warrior one. Woo! We doing good? All right. All right, deep bend in your front knee. Clasp your hands behind your lower back. Pop up on your front heel. Open up across the heart. Finding a devotional warrior with a bind. Punching your palms together. Maybe you find a rinsing of the shoulders with your arms reaching up and over your head. Breath in. Breath out. On your next inhale, rise up, find your warrior two. Awesome. All right. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Reverse triangle pose, straighten through the front leg. Tick-tock your hands to shoulder height and then forward and down, finding your triangle pose. Hips are shifting back, torso is forward. Pull your belly button through the back of your spine. Breath in. Gaze towards your top hand. Micro bend in that front knee. Stay with your breath. All right, slowly rising back up, finding our wide-legged forward fold. Toes face in, heels face out. Hands at shoulder height, and then find your forward fold. Hands come down to the mat. Walking your hands over to your right ankle, pulling your chest down towards your shin, crown of the head reaching long. Breath in. Exhale, pull your chest deeper towards that leg. Hands walk through center, walking over towards that left leg. Hands wrap around your ankle, draw your chest in. You can always have your hands down on the mat surrounding that foot if that feels more stabilizing for you. Breath in. Breath out. All right. Let me get my positioning right. Finding our way into a pyramid pose. So all 10 toes face the front of the mat. I want your feet like they're on train tracks. So they don't want to be exactly one behind the other, but have them on two separate lines. Slowly rise up. Let's bring our hands to our hips. Chest is nice and proud. And then hinging at the hips, nice flat back. Finding our pyramid pose. For pyramid, you can grab opposite elbows behind your back. You can also just bring these hands down to the back with the crown of the head reaching nice and long. Breath in. Breath out. You'll find this great stretch all throughout your right leg and your right hip. Maybe try and draw that chest down towards your front leg. Hands stay here. Drawing your left foot down towards the back of the mat. We'll find that low runner's lunge once again. Plant your left hand, modified side plank. Reaching here, and then drawing your right foot on top of the left for a full side plank. Your variation here, you can always stagger those feet. You can always drop the right knee down towards the left knee down to the earth. Y'all, we're staying here, finding a tuck. Right hand comes to the outside of the left wrist. Inhale, rise. Exhale to twist. Inhale to rise. Two more times. Exhale, twist. Inhale, rise. You're supposed to be unstable here. It's all right. Y'all got this. One more breath in. Exhale, plant that top hand. Find your way through your chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale for down dog. Awesome. 2 breaths. Downward facing dog. Focus your energy on each fingertip, on each toe. Your heels driving down towards the earth. Find your breath. Sink deeper. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Walk your hands back towards that right foot. Standing split at the back of the mat. I forgot we did this for a second, but we're in for the long haul. We got this side to do. Lifting your heel up towards the sky. That outer left hip is wrapping down. Maybe you grab onto your right ankle. Try out that stability. Maybe it's one hand, maybe it's both. Experimenting is where it's at. Slowly rise into your right foot, powering through your foot, finding a one-legged Tadasana. Eagle pose, arms come out wide. Left leg comes up and over the right, single or double wrap. Left arm comes under. Elbows rise, hips sink. Focus on your breath. Squeezing everything together. Preparing to fly away. Breath in. Exhale, sink. All right, slowly rise. Hands spread. Standing splits once again. Hands connect down to the mat. Left heel reaches high. Walk your hands back out long, three-legged dog. Left knee stays high. Power through your left heel. Left knee to right elbow, shift forward across the body. Inhale, take it high. Step it between your hands, finding a warrior one. Power up, inhale. Relish in each pose, finding yourself in all of its glory wherever you're at. Engage the core here. Rise up onto that front heel. Clasp your hands behind your lower back. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, devotional warrior. Maybe your hands reach up and over your head. If it feels better for them to stay closer to your lower back, that's perfect. Engage your right glute, y'all. Big breath in. Exhale to stay. On your next inhale, rise up, warrior two. Heel to arch alignment. Deep bend in your front knee. Keep this right glute fired up. Breath in. Engage the core, tone it up. Release the grip from your toes. Power into all four corners of your feet. Peaceful warrior, tick-tock forward, up and back. Reverse triangle, straighten through the front leg. Arm continues to reach up and back. And then triangle pose. Hands to shoulder height, tick-tock forward. Hands come to 6 and 12. Pull your belly button through the back of your spine. Micro bend in your knees. Both legs are engaged. Gaze towards your top hand. Find your breath. Slowly rise up. Wide-legged forward fold. Toes come in. Hinge at the hips. Find some release through the spine here, like you have finger paint on your fingertips. Just rock and roll forward and back on your mat, drawing, painting on your mat. All right, coming through center, plant your left hand smack in the middle of your forehead on the mat. Inhale your left arm, or your right arm up, excuse me. Press into the mat to twist deeper. Keeping your hips nice and level. Breath in. Breath out to twist. Switching it out. Planting your right palm, left hand peels up. Hips are square. Gaze is up. Twist deeper as you find those exhales. Both hands come down to the mat. Pyramid pose. All 10 toes face the front of the mat on 2 separate train tracks. You can rise up if you'd like to find the squaring of your hips. So just use those hands to square those hips forward. And then tick-tock forward, keeping a nice long spine. Hands can clasp behind your back. Maybe they find a reverse prayer. Or else they can just come and hang out on the mat, drawing your chest downward. Outer left hip is pulling back, right hip is shifting forward. Two more breaths in your pyramid pose. In through the nose, out through the nose. Right foot shimmies to the back of the mat. Finding your modified side plank once again, left arm reaches up. Extending into your full side plank if you like. Left foot on top of the right. Finding our active movement here. Right or left hand sweeps by the right wrist. Inhale it back up. Exhale, sweep it down. Inhale to rise. Two more times. Exhale, sweep down. Exhale, rise. Reach down. One more time, reach up. Hips reach up one more inch. Exhale, plant your top hand. Move through your vinyasa. Great job. Find your child's pose here. Knees come wide. Arms reach nice and long. Sinking your hips down towards your heels. Your belly releases inside of your thighs. Arms reach long in front of you. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, left hand on top of the right. Feeling this stretch down the left side body. Breath in. Exhale, sink deep. Walking your hands back through center. Over to the left side of your mat. Right hand walks on top of the left. Sinking your hips down. Breath in. Breath out. Coming back through center. Let's swing our feet out in front of us, finding our way onto our backs. Find a bridge pose here. So draw your heels in towards your glutes. Your hands come down by your sides. When you're ready, inhale, press into your heels, hips rise, engaging your hamstrings. Finding a back bend and a heart opener here. Breath in, breath out. Staying strong and intentional. Let's find two more breaths. Knees tracking directly over our toes. One more breath in. Exhale, hips sink down. Good work. Feet come out to the edges of your mat. Knees come in to press together, widen across that lower back. Finding this release. Press your knees together as you press your lower back into the ground. All right, walk your heels back towards center, directly under each glute. All right, when you're ready, we'll find another bridge pose, powering into the heels. If you'd like, you can take the right leg up to the sky. We'll find a couple of pulses here. So really pressing firmly down through the left foot, right heel punching upward for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's try an eagle wrap. Wrapping that right knee over the left, pulsing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down, switching out the feet, and we're going right back up. Press into the heels. Left leg rises, flexing your toes back towards your face. Pressing firmly into that right foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find an eagle wrap of the legs for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Planting your left foot. Let's pulse it together for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll down. Bringing your feet out wide again. Maybe we windshield wiper our feet this time. I have a feeling I might be feeling that tomorrow. I hope someone else is joining me in that club. Rocking out your lower back. All right, let's find one more heart opener here. If you would like to take wheel, if that is in your practice, you can do so. Otherwise, I'll cue bridge again, but with our bind under our lower back. So press into your feet, lift your hips. Maybe you roll one shoulder under, the opposite shoulder under, clasping your hands together and then pressing your pinky fingers down into the mat. Lift your hips up even higher. Press in. Exhale, press through the insides of your feet. Your big toes are doing a lot of work here. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath. Can you lift even higher? Engage those glutes, engage the hamstrings. Slowly unravel one shoulder, then the other, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Whichever back release felt good to you, whether it was stillness with your knees together or whether it's windshield wiping your knees back and forth, find that release. Okay, coming back through center. We could not have an eagle-based class without doing eagle crunches. So y'all are so welcome. We are going to draw our right knee up and over. Maybe you find that double wrap this time. Right arm comes under the left, crossing at the elbows. All right. If you would like, if you're able to, you can keep these legs off of the ground the entire time here. Otherwise, you're going to feel the same great feeling by dropping your feet down to the ground in between each round. So arms and elbows reach up and over your head, feet reach long. Exhale, crunch your elbows towards your knees, your upper back lifts off of the mat. Inhale, reach long. Exhale to touch. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, crunch for 4 more, for 4. Nice and slow, for 3, for 2, for 1. Good, reach everything long. And we'll find the opposite side. Left leg reaches up and over the right. Left arm comes over, under. Elbows reach long, feet reach long. Exhale to crunch. Reaching long to crunch. We'll go for 5 more, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Good work, hugging your knees into your chest, rock and roll side to side. Such a love-hate relationship with those. I kind of feel like I'm in a straitjacket, like when I'm doing them. Find happy baby pose here. Grabbing the outsides of your feet, maybe your ankles, maybe your knees, wherever feels good, and drawing those knees down towards your armpits. Nice long spine. Your tailbone is making connection with the mat here. Straighten into each leg. All right, rock and roll forward and up. Let's find our one-legged seated forward fold. So left leg's going to reach long to start. Inhale your arms up. Square your torso over your extended leg and then forward fold. Keep a nice long spine here. Both sits bones are reaching down towards the mat. Two more breaths. When you're ready, we're finding our pigeon pose, keeping this right knee bent. Just swing that left leg back around behind you. Take a peek back at that left leg, making sure it's coming directly back from the left hip. Your right knee is outside of your right hip. And when you're ready, walking forward. Hands can reach out in front of you. Arms maybe make a pillow for your forehead to rest. Two more breaths. Sink down in your hip a little deeper on this last breath. Really let go. Surrender to the pose. Slowly rise up. Left legs comes out again. We'll just extend our right leg long this time, bending our left leg in. Inhale, arms up, square your torso, forward fold. Trying to press the back of this right kneecap towards the ground. Your chest is actively drawing long and down towards your leg. Slowly rise up. Right leg swings around back behind you, keeping your left knee bent, finding pigeon pose on this side. Right leg back behind. When you're ready, sink down into your hips and then walk your hands out forward in front. With each exhale, find your surrender to sink down deeper into this left hip. One more breath. Find it your biggest one yet. Sink your deepest and furthest, releasing. Slowly walk your hands up. Right leg pivots back around once again. Let's extend both legs out in front of us. Moving any extra blessings out of the way. Sits bones are nice and firm with the ground. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Giving yourself an affirmation of gratitude, of appreciation towards your body. One more breath. On your next inhale, slowly rise up. And we'll curl down vertebrae by vertebrae, finding our final resting pose of Shavasana. Your feet can splay out wide, palms can come down by your sides, facing up. I heard a new form of Shavasana today, that an energizing form of Shavasana is to just kind of effortlessly let your arms release up and over your body. And although it's a resting pose, this prepares you for activity after class. So depending on where you are today, what your plans are this evening, you can be arms above overhead, or to bring more of a cool down and more peacefulness, arms can come down by your side. Let your tongue draw away from the roof of your mouth. Maybe giving yourself a scan through your body, starting at the tips of your toes. And every inch or two of your body, concentrating on it, bringing calmness and gratitude all the way up through the crown of your head. Nice and slow. And after you have that peace and gratitude covering every square inch of your body, take one more breath to seal it in and to take it with you when you leave. Roll over onto your favorite side, into your womb pose, cradling your head in your elbow crease, bending at the knees. Pressing up into a comfortable seated position when you're ready. Let's sweep our arms up to the sky one more time. Connect at the top and draw your energy down into your heart center. One breath to seal our practice. Breathe in. Exhale together. Bring your thumb knuckles to your third eye for a rub of acknowledgement. The light in me sees, honors, and reflects the light in each and every one of you yogis. Thank you for being here. We bow as we say namaste.